Welcome to the Versatility Podcast. I am your host, Jader Cheris, and welcome to the third annual JC Versatility Podcast Awards show. Man, it is December 31st. It is New Year's Eve. Hopefully you guys are enjoying with your family and everything. We are only just a handful of hours away, and we are about to enter 2023. But before we enter 2023, we obviously got to reminisce about the whole year and talk about 2022 in music, in sports, etc., etc. And this is what this award show is. I have made over 60 categories for this award show. Last year, I did over maybe 30 to 40. Yeah, you bet your ass I extended more, but even though I did have more categories, that wasn't necessarily the case for every single category, because some had actual nominees and some were just left by one that I just created on top of my head. But you know what? I have all the index cards. I have all the categories. I have all the nominees in this sons of bitches. So we're gonna get straight to it. 2022. How did y'all feel about 2022? Was it a good year for y'all? Was it a great year for y'all? Was it a shitty year for y'all? To be honest with you, 2022 has been one of the best years of my life. It's been a very adventurous, a very joyful year for the most part. I mean, I graduated high school in June. I entered college just late August. I'm about to start my second semester just a week from now. I went to Europe over the summer. Prom, grad bash, a bunch of shit, before I graduated high school. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of shit that I could talk about for 2023 in the podcast, growing a little bit by bit, and obviously making every single episode. I've been enjoying it. But you know what? I'll talk everything that I have to talk about for the rest of the podcast towards the end, because I know y'all just want to hear the awards and who are the winners. So let's get straight into it. Fuck the microphone. I don't need it right now. Anyways, let's start off with the singular categories, which means these aren't the categories that have any nominations or anything. It's just one, and that's it. So let's just start off with these sons of bitches. All right. So for best single, I got The Heart Part 5 by Kendrick Lamar taking it, because that song is so amazing. Thank you. Best replay value album goes to Her Loss by Drake. I bumped that album almost 400 times, and it's only come out in less than 2 months. Says a lot. Best live performer, I got Playboi Carti / Kendrick Lamar, so I gave it a tie. I have yet to see both live, but you clearly are very informed and clearly encouraged that you definitely want to be a hip-hop fan, listening to Kendrick, listening to Carti, but there is no way in hell that you're telling me that you would not want to miss out on going out to see Carti or Kendrick live. Kendrick went on tour this year, and he only came to Miami for Rolling Loud. And I really wish that he came here for a separate concert. But if Carti goes on tour next year, I am for sure 100% spending all the fucking money that I have in my pocket to go see Carti perform. And I'm not even the biggest Playboi Carti fan. But obviously this year he deserves it. It's been an incredible year for him. Obviously, he hasn't dropped anything this year. But, every year the anticipation for the next album is just going to be coming and coming. For Best Posse Cut, I have Red Death by Westside Gunn and a bunch of other members of Griselda on that shit. Yeah, I think Posse Cut's 10 minutes long. 10-minute long song. It extends. And it's one of the best songs, if not the best song, off of 10, the Westside Gunn mixtape that he dropped this year. For Best Non-2022 Album, so meaning album that didn't drop in the year of 2022, but I heard for the first time in 2022, is the Aaliyah, self-titled from Aaliyah. I'll talk more about Aaliyah further on into the award show, but let me just let you guys know, I am now, for the past 6-7 months, been her biggest fucking fan. And I'll get to that in a minute, because this album, beautiful record, and I'll talk about it further on in the show. Best Deluxe, I gotta give it to Melma, I See Your Future. That the deluxe, the soul versions and everything were so great. I really appreciated that from Denzel, giving us a quality a quality deluxe album. For best soccer game, it's obviously gonna be the World Cup final, Argentina and France. I mean, come on now, everybody was watching that game early in the morning, or at least if you're on the East Coast, then you were watching it early in the morning, but or at least in all of America. If you're watching in America, you were waking your ass up early as fuck to watch this game, and you were screaming from the top of your lungs, even if you weren't an Argentina or France fan. I mean, the back and forth in this game with Argentina being up 2-0, and then Mbappe in 2 minutes scores 2 goals. And then Argentina goes up in the first half of extra time, and then Mbappe scores a fucking penalty to score it again, to tie it again at 3. And then penalties was insane. And then eventually it ended, with Messi winning the World Cup. Just a beautiful ending to this World Cup that a lot of people didn't really have high expectations, including me. Next, we had best baseball game, and I'm going to have to give it to the NLCS Game 5 Phillies versus Padres game, because this is the game where the Phillies clinched the World Series pennant. Or not the pennant, the NL pennant. And, they surprised a lot of people, from winning that crazy game against the Cardinals in the wild card game in Game 1 to all the way winning the NL pennant was just something very random. Phillies just were not expected to play in the World Series, and that game gave me a lot of excitement. And that was probably the best baseball game I've seen in a little while. Best basketball game, to be honest with you, I couldn't really decide, so I couldn't really pick one. But I feel like it has to be like an NBA Finals game, but not really, because the NBA Finals this year was kind of mid, I'm not even gonna lie. It was 6 games, some cool, but it's nothing memorable. Like, I just don't remember much of that series. Just Steph Curry going crazy, Jason Tatum had a good series, but everybody else kind of sucked. I don't really remember much in this NBA Finals, but you know what? Basketball, we'll see if we can get something going next year. Best freestyle, give it to Ab Soul on the LA Lakers. LA Lakers always be giving us the best. They're always giving us the best fucking freestyles from rappers and shit. And well, this year they just gave me another one. All right, that's enough for this fucking card right here. Let's move on to the next card. So we got best interview. Best beautiful song, Out of Time by The Weeknd. I'm going to say on a record that I've been obsessed with that song since it came out. I really love that song to death. It's easily one of my favorite songs of the year. I've just been bumping the living fuck out of that song. It's just beautiful. It's just amazing. You know what I mean? So of course I gotta show a lot of respect and I gotta show a lot of love for that song. Best hook, I'm gonna give it to Walkin' by Denzel Curry. It's tough, man. Picking what's the best hook, it's like all over the place. You have so many songs to choose from, and I didn't even pick. I just kind of was like, what's the catchiest shit I've been bumping all year long, and I just chose Walkin' just because. But Walkin' is an example of a perfect rap song. Great sample, great verses, great hook, and overall delivery and flow. It just matches super well. Denzel Curry did his fucking phenomenal. He put everything into that song and put everything onto the album, because obviously the album is one of my favorite albums of the year for sure. Best EP, Red and White by Lil Uzi. I'm going to be honest with you, this EP is a little overhated. A lot of people didn't really like this EP, but I was a big fan of it. I was a big fan of this EP, and to be honest with you, I just kind of was like continuing with it. I really wanted more out of this EP, and hopefully we can get some material that sounded like on this EP on the next album, on Pink Tape, if he decides to drop it next year in 2023, in a couple months or whatever. We'll have to wait and see. But Uzi definitely delivered this year with that EP, in my opinion, and definitely did his best there. For best interlude, I'm going to give it to Savior, off of Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. I think that was also another great interlude to add into the album. And yeah, I mean, I'm not really out here listening to interludes like that, but that was the best one that I heard. Best comeback, I'm going to give it to JID. I think JID, after 4 years of waiting for his last album, 2018, which was DiCaprio 2, even though he did the whole Spillage Village album in 2020, and he was in the Dreamville album in 2019, and he was in the D-Day Gangsta Grill's album earlier this year before he dropped his own album. He's been a couple materials and some features from time to time, but a full length album from him himself, 4 years. And the last time DiCaprio 2 dropped, I was a freshman in high school, and now that I'm a freshman in college, he decided to drop the album of the motherfucking year, maybe album of the year. I don't know. I'm gonna let you guys know who I actually think is album of the year, but we'll have to wait and see. He fucking just killed it, man, this year. JID absolutely fucked shit up this year, and this was easily a year where he just dominated, had great competition, and just the whole album itself was beautiful. Can't complain much. Best album title, I'm gonna give it to I Never Liked You by Future. I kind of like the sassiness behind it. Fuck you, I never liked you, bitch. You know, that gives me that kind of energy. Could be disrespectful, doesn't matter. I still like to kind of flow with it, right? Best line, honestly, couldn't pick one. But if I did have to pick, it's probably almost any line off of Johnny P's Caddy. J. Cole's verse specifically. That whole verse is pure perfection and is one of the greatest verses I've heard in a while. One of the best features I've heard in years. So J. Cole, respect to that. Any line off of that song, off of that verse specifically, I'll give credit to that. Best rollout, I have to give it to Metro Boomin. I have to give it to Metro Boomin. Shout out to JID, shout out to Kendrick, shout out to Drake 21. They've had great rollouts for their album. But Metro Boomin, come on. Superheroes, villains. You have fucking Morgan Freeman narrating the album. You made a 6-7 minute trailer of separating the good and the bad and the whole depiction of good and evil. It's just a beautiful way to like introduce the whole theme of the album. And like see who's the villain, who's the superhero, this and that. Obviously I'm a big superhero guy. You guys can see, you know, Marvel right there. So I'm a sucker for that. And obviously he kind of brought it into his own sound, own production, and it just sounded beautifully. And Metro's album was one of my favorite albums of the year for sure. But for me, the rollout was just insane. And the anticipation for it was real because I was waiting for this album since like late 2020. Literally after Savage Mode 2, I was like, maybe Metro's probably going to drop a separate album next year or in 2022. But it took a while, but goddamn, we got it. And it just came out like 4 weeks ago or something, almost a month from now. But man, shout out to Metro Boomin. Because he had a phenomenal year this year, you know what I mean, right? Best lyricist, I have to give it to Nas, man. Nas is 49 years old, still spitting so fucking like. This man still raps like he just hasn't fucking fell off. Like, bro, you're 49. Like, be trash at this point, bro. But he's not fucking trash. You hear me? He's not fucking trash. Like, I don't get it. That's why he's one of the GOATs. Because he's just too fucking good, man. Alright, let's get to the last index card before I get to the lists. And then before I get to the rest of the categories that actually have nominations, either 4 or 5. I think all of them have 5 if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, best album cover. I'm going to have to give it to Vinyl Days. Logic always kills it with his album covers. He always kills it. So this year, no different. Worst album cover, Baby on Baby 2 by The Baby. This man was an ugly version. Like, you know The Grinch is ugly in itself, but an uglier version of The Grinch. And he's just standing on a throne just like waiting for his next move to ruin someone's Christmas. You know what I mean? And you know what? Honestly, it kind of is fitting because he did ruin the year dropping that fucking album. So honestly, the album cover speaks for itself. But you look at it, you're like, what the fuck is this? But anyways, DaBaby, you can take that award with you. Worst music video. I don't really watch a music video that was like shit, per se. But I'm going to have to go with that Twinkle Twinkle song. The music video. The song itself sucks dick. But the music video also sucked. So I kind of just put two and two together. And I don't even know the girl who sings the song. Some TikToker that thinks she can sing. She's copying some Olivia Rodrigo punk rock, good for you type of style. I don't know. You thought you were Olivia for a second. I don't know, but that was not it. That was not it, sweetie. That was not it. My God, I hope she's not dropping a song ever in her fucking life. I'd rather listen to the D'Amelio sisters than listen to her. Because the D'Amelio sisters aren't horrible. They're not amazing. They're not terrible, though. You know what I mean? Well, at least Dixie. I don't... Does Charlie make me... Actually, no. Charlie did drop a... I'm getting off topic. What the fuck am I talking about the D'Amelios? Anyways, best jazz rap album has to go to King's Disease 3. Nas. Illmatic. Almost 4 fucking decades. I mean, not 4 decades. Almost 3 decades? Come on now. Come on now. Almost 3 decades of Illmatic. King's Disease 3 came out this year. And at the age of 49 years old, he's still dominating. All I gotta say. Best pop rap album, I'm gonna give it to Love for Rent by Smino. So Smino hasn't dropped a solo album since 2018, I believe. With Never Swim. Or whatever the acronym, never learn, whatever the fuck it was called. Smino has such an interesting voice, such an like a charismatic character in his voice and how he raps and everything, and he just shows that appeal on this album. And great production, and it's also another one of my favorite albums of the year. Best trap album, I gotta give it to Her Loss, man. It was really between Her Loss or Heroes versus Villains, but I think Her Loss is a little bit more consistent. And obviously I'm a little biased. I'm a huge Drake fan, so that kind of wise plays a little bit factor. But either way, I still think both albums are phenomenal. Best mixtape, I'm going to give it to Peace Fly Guy by West Side Gun. I think that album is also phenomenal. And flawless all the way through. Best underrated album, I think when I wrote it down a couple days ago, I didn't see it as like a huge pick for a lot of album of the year contenders. But Cheat Codes by Danger Mouse, phenomenal album. And I didn't know who Danger Mouse was until this year, right? But this is basically half also a Black Thought album. So I'll consider it a Black Thought album because he's pretty much on every song as well. But, man, phenomenal production, great lyricism, some of the best bars and some of the best features guests on this album for sure. Because one of the best songs of the year in my opinion. Yeah, phenomenal album. Best duo / group, it has to be Griselda. Like, in my top 50, I have Benny, Conway, and West Side Gun twice. So that's 3 motherfuckers and 4 albums right there. Like, come on now. So, they're definitely dominating shit in 2022. Shout out to Dreamville as well, but obviously Dreamville was really just carried by JID. And also Ari Lennox, because Ari Lennox also did drop Age, Sex, and Location. That was another great album that, if you guys haven't heard it, go check it out. And finally, Best Melodic Song, I'll give it to Cody Blue 31. Trust me, I will be talking more about that song later on to the show, so don't go anywhere. I will definitely be talking about Cody Blue 31 later in the episode. Just a beautiful fucking song. Alright, so those are the categories that I did not, give out a single, if you could see them. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, they're just, that's it. One and done. But all the other ones, I have them there, and I have to pick and choose who do I have, to pick. Who do I think is going to win or what not. But before we get there, I also made a couple of other lists. I made top 50 songs of the year. I made best albums. Let me just take a little breather right here because I'm going to be definitely spitting some hard shit right here. Let's just go through it. Alright, so we got worst songs, worst movies, worst / disappointing albums, best TV shows, best movies, 20 biggest overall moments of the year, best features, and top 50 songs of the year. And then we get to the rest of these bad boys, which is a lot of them. Holy shit, I'm gonna have to pull through and kind of hurry the fuck up, but you know what? Let's see. Let's start off with the worst songs of the year. Worst songs of the year. Shout out to French Montana because any song that he dropped this year is automatically going to be here. I haven't heard a single French Montana song in the year, but I'm going to put it if he dropped anything. So just a bonus there. Falling Back by Drake. Falling back on me. Falling back on me. Falling back on me. For 2 fucking minutes and a half, bro. Come on, Drake. That's the intro song of the album, too, dog. How you gonna just be doing that? For the second half of the fucking song was just... Oh, me. Oh, my God, Drake. You are a goofball. I love you, man. You're still amazing. I still love Drake, but goddamn, that song was a mess. Community Dick by Ray Shremmerd featuring Flo Milli. Just the title speaks volumes. Community Dick. Community Dick. Jesus Christ. A by MGK. Left and Right by Charlie Puth. It's like taking the fucking COVID test. The one that they pull the shit through your fucking nose and your brain just you just stutter. That's what that song makes me feel like. Shit's ass. Double D's, Black Eyed Peas. That rhymed. Better than anything on that song. Anything on the album. I'm gonna shit on the album when we get there. Made You Look, Megan Trainor, TikTok song, annoying as shit. Mona Lisa, Lil Pump. It's Lil Pump. Twinkle Twinkle, I already talked about it from that TikToker, whoever her fucking name is. A, B, C, D, E, F, U, and your fucking song. This shit's ass. Stop making music. Stop. It's annoying. No. Goat by Biggie. Correction. Not by Biggie, but whoever the fuck was on this. I don't even remember who was on the song, but I remember the label or his team, whoever the fuck was in charge of this. They had random motherfuckers hop on this Biggie song titled Goat. They're not saying that he's not the GOAT, but he's up there, right? But this is not Biggie's song. This is just part of his team, somebody in his family. I don't know whose fucking idea it was. But they decided to just put Biggie's name out there and just decide to absolutely fuck it up. Just absolutely fuck it up. Don't fucking do that. It's Biggie. Don't mess with fucking Biggie. Biggie is the GOAT. But this song does not prove it. Bitch. Next. I'm Good, David Guetta. They sampled the Blue song that I'm Blue, I would eat it. The song sucks. So they sampled the song and made it worse. No. The World Is Yours. You know what? Actually, let me put these two together. The World Is Yours by Lil Baby, or the World Is Yours to Take. And then the World Cup song that was the... Those two songs, those two World Cup songs were pure dog shit. I heard that song all over my fucking YouTube. Every time I would get an ad. 15 seconds. And I couldn't skip those 15 seconds. I'm watching football highlights. I'm watching fucking cars racing. I'm watching fucking album of the year, whatever, on YouTube. It just, oh my god, it gives me a headache. It gives me a fucking headache. So that song is traumatizing to me. I fucking hate it. I absolutely fucking hate it. And also the Lil Baby song just sucks too. Sneaky Link Anthem by The Baby. They don't know, Sneaky Link. The Baby, what did you think? Let me ask you a question, The Baby. What did you think after you made this song? Like, what was your first thoughts, right? You were probably assuming like, oh, this this shit's gonna hit. This is gonna be one. This is a fire ass single. I gotta drop this immediately. Everybody gonna relate. Everybody with a sneaky link is gonna relate to this. And however, if I am not in, in the sneaky link area, I personally don't put myself into that. I'd rather just have a girlfriend and that's it. Whatever, you do you, motherfucker. But you also created one of the worst songs of the year. And it gets worse. It gets worse for you, dog. It just got worse. Besides this song, it really did get worse. And finally, for worst songs of the year, I got Movie Star by Jack Harlow. Pharrell, come on, buddy. You really did Jack Harlow dirty with that shit, bro. You gave him a fucking level fucking D. You gave him a fucking 60 overall beat right there, man. You gave him a 55 overall fucking type of beat, man. This is something that you make on GarageBand for like 5 seconds. You just add some little dun 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 dun. It sounds like the beat is dying at some points. It just feels very odd. It's just a very lazy beat. And also some shit lines from Jack Harlow. The King Jong-un. I'ma dictate things, King Jong. Don't reference King Jong-un in your raps, because that automatically just makes it crap. I just rapped. And that's a fact. You see? That's fucking bars right there. And I just freestyled that shit. I'm better than fucking Jack Harlow, okay? That little shit that I just freestyled was better than the whole fucking album. Besides Churchill Downs and Nail Tech, those two was a banger. Everything else sucked. No thank you. Fuck. Let's get into worst movies of 2022. I'm going to go to this kind of speed round. I'm going to be honest with you. Some of these are ass. And some of these are like, they're worse because I didn't really watch too many movies this year compared to a bunch of other people, right? So I'll kind of have to put some that maybe weren't terrible, but out of all the movies I've seen this year, there were definitely the ones that I'm not really going back to. First, Thor: Love and Thunder. Very, very, very goofy, and it tried to get serious at some point. It's a joke of a movie. It was not entertaining, and I fell asleep like maybe towards the end of it. But I saw a good enough part of the movie where I'm like, yeah, this is not it. This is pretty shit. I'm not a fan of this one. Roderick Rules. They just keep milking Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and I'm not really rocking with it. I have all the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books right here, as you can see. Just, right there. Big fan. I even got the new fucking book that came out this year. Let me show it to y'all right over here. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at this right here. New book. This is Greg now being part of the fucking band of his older brother Roderick. This is book 17. I have all the other 16 books right there, guys. Right. I'm not even pointing at the right direction. This is right here. Shout out to my auntie. She gave me the book. Thank you. Love you. Anyways, they're milking the fuck out of the movies, but definitely not the books. The books are still getting good. I still like the books, bro. Every year for Christmas or for my birthday, I'm getting those books. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if I'm 35 and they're still making the books. I'm going to get them. That way my kids, my future kids, they going to just take those books and that's it. Or I just give them away if they don't give a fuck about Diary Kid. And if there's just, they don't deserve it. But anyways, that Roderick Rules animation Disney Plus movie was not it. Lightyear, another Disney Plus movie I wasn't the biggest fan of. I don't know. The animation was cool. I felt like it just wasn't anything too interesting. And towards the end, it was kind of confusing. So, not much that. Avatar 2. This is going to not... A lot of people are probably not going to like that answer. But, drag of a fucking movie. Great visuals. And the acting was amazing as well. But I think for so long, the way that they add a bunch of shit compared to the first movie was just okay. You know what I mean? I don't think this was a terrible movie. I don't think this is the worst movie of the year. I think it's just mid. I think it's just okay. It's not better than the first one, but it's not like I'm judging you. Oh no, since you're not better than the first one, it's automatically shit. Oh, the second one's ass. It's not. It's just a drag, and I think at some points it kind of gets a little odd. It is a funny movie though. There is some funny parts, and the animation of it is amazing. I mean, just fucking level 1 million fucking animation. Like, it's beautiful, right? But a lot of other things just kind of don't mix up well. Next, I have Morbius. It was a meme for a reason, and not for a good reason. Monroe / the Blonde movie. That was a drag of a movie as well. 3 hours about Marilyn Monroe, and it was just mostly about her being depicted as this her victim that just was kind of into the spotlight, into being this model, actress, whatever, and then everybody just like, I want a piece of her, and then eventually just kind of cut to parts where it's just her getting groped, and it's a movie, you know what I mean? I get it, but I feel like there's many things that just kind of mix very odd with it. And again, I watched the movie kind of expecting like, what did she really do to become who she was? You know what I mean? There wasn't much of the come up story part. It was really like, okay, she was a kid, and all of a sudden they just skip all that, and then she's this, she's Monroe. She's that bitch. They just skip all of that, and then then you got fucking Kennedy simping for her ass. You know what I mean? Then you got Kennedy and the scene. Yeah, I'm not talking about that. That shit's way too much for me to watch. It just cuts off a lot of shit, and I still don't get really much why. It makes her look pretty fucking pick me. No, I'm the victim. This and that, but also they make her look like, oh, but we have to feel bad for her. Every man was out here hunting for her. Like, it just there was a lot of, I don't even know how to describe it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just making shit up on the spot. Let me move on before I get off topic. Next, we got Halloween Ends. I actually just saw it a couple days ago, and is that really how they ended? Almost 40 fucking years, or no, 40 years. It's been 40 years. It's been almost 45 years actually since the first movie came out, and that's how they end this whole series. After 7 million fucking movies, they ended with that. Next, we got Pinocchio. Not my thing. Jurassic Park, boring as hell and goofy. The X movie, that was depicted by A24, the film's team. Jenna Ortega was in it. Kid Cudi was in it. Some MILF blonde girl that was depicted that played a porn star basically in the movie, and a bunch of creepy ass motherfucking old people as the villains or the monsters and shit. It's basically a movie inside a movie. They're making a movie in a movie where they're just fucking each other. And that's, yeah. You see Kid Cudi going crazy in this movie. You see everybody going crazy. You didn't see Jenna Ortega going crazy, but you saw the first part. You saw a couple scenes. But then everything, basically, let me shut the fuck up and just say exactly what the movie was. First 50 minutes, porn. Last 40 minutes, okay, you're getting to see that these fucking old people are like, oh, I wish I was able to be like her when I was younger. Oh, it's okay, Mary. I love you. Don't worry about it. And just goes on a fucking murder spree and kills everybody. And just fucking shoots. She shoots the guy, the husband or whatever. He shoots Cudi. The girl, the grandma, pushes the blonde MILF. and gets eaten by a fucking alligator. Jenna gets fucking sniped in her fucking abdominal and gets it's just half porno and half murder. It's kind of what it was. But there was a lot in between that I was kind of really... There was a scene where there were, like, the two people were making love. The two, like, killers. I'm gonna change the page. I'm not gonna... Alright. Fuck. Okay. Alright, let's talk about the worst and disappointing albums of the year. I'm not gonna talk about that movie. That movie kind of freaks me out a little bit. Hold the Girl by Rina Sawayama. I really did like her self-titled album a lot, but this album just kind of felt... I don't know. It wasn't as interesting as the first one. It wasn't a bad record, but it just wasn't there up to par with the first one, so I just couldn't really put it much there. Excuse me. Anyways, Familia by Camila Cabello. Nothing there, girl. Nothing there. Like, Romance was cool, and Camila was a great album, but just was nothing there, and it was boring as hell. Honestly, Nevermind by Drake. Disappointing. I don't think it's the shittiest album he's ever dropped. I think it's definitely one of his worst. Maybe his worst, but I think overall, you put Drake's discography and see the consistency. You try to see the consistency of every single album. This one just doesn't have almost any consistency at all. Like, there's maybe 4 or 5 songs I'll go back to, and then everything else is just kind of a skip. And I've tried listening to this album multiple times. Jimmy Cooks, A Keeper, Sticky. Like, those are some good songs. I fuck with it. Falling Back, the first part of Falling Back. Then the second half, no. But it just didn't do it for me. And especially the Drake album. I listen to a Drake album and I have to listen to every single song, and I have to pretty much like almost every song, because that's how much of a fan I am. I love almost every fucking songs he put out. Like, it's like 90% of the time Drake puts out something, I'm gonna really like it. At least like it or love it. There's no in between. Other than that, it's just mid or shit. There's not a lot of Drake songs I could say, but a lot of them is on that album, so I can't really say much. From a Bird's Eye View from Corday, boring as hell. It's Only Me by Lil Baby, boring as hell and repetitive as a motherfucker. It was the same shit all the fucking time. Funk Wave Bounces Volume 2. This was a perfect summertime album that was going to drop this year, and it just was like flawed out, watery bullshit. Like, the water turned fucking red with this album. Like, it just, I don't know, like, it just didn't feel very comforting. And a lot of the songs were they were mixed pretty badly. And some of the features just were not it. 12 Karat Toothache by Post Malone. Disappointing. Just, I don't really find myself coming back to that album. Just not that great. Dramatic. 30 fucking songs, and I can only go back to 3. That's fucking terrible. I Got Issues by YG, not consistent album, and his songwriting has just gotten worse. And the production is just type beats on YouTube. That's kind of what it was, really much. Come Home, The Kids Miss You. Are you sure about that? I fuck with Jack Harlow, though. I know I'm, like, dissing him and shit. I fuck with Jack Harlow, but, like, this was not it. This was not it, dog. This was not it. This was never it. This was never it. This was never it. But god damn it, that was a mess. Jesus Christ. Demons Protected by Angels. Nav. It's a Nav album. It's always going to make it into this category. Charlie by Charlie XCX. Oh, wait, no, excuse me. By Charlie Puth. My bad. Not the wrong Charlie. My bad. Charlie Puth. I can take you over here. I can take you over there. No. Don't take me anywhere, Charlie. Don't take me anywhere, Charlie. No. Don't take me anywhere. It's just, like, Charlie is an artist that, he's talented, man. He can play the piano very well. He can sing his ass off. He has, like, this skill where he can, like, play a specific note after hearing it once. Like, he he has some crazy talent. But a lot of his music just doesn't connect very well. It just feels very generic, and it feels very whatever. If you're going for the pop, if you're not going for the pop, if you're going for like the radio direction, alright, man, that's cool. That's you. You know what I mean? I'm not here to judge on that, but it just doesn't sound great. You know what I mean? There's a lot of pop. Oh, this is radio. This is meant for radio type songs, but are fire. But this whole album just doesn't have any of that. Next, we got Baby on Baby 2 by DaBaby. Let me keep it short and sweet. This album is terrible. Do not listen to it. I don't care. DaBaby had a great album in 2019 in Kirk. 2020 was a good year for him. Rockstar, what was it? The Blame It On Baby album came out. Superstar. He was still a big rapper in 2020. 2021, taking a decline. This year, the fall off really came about, man. This album was horrible. There's no song here that I'm going back to. I'm fucking her with no condom. Great. You thought that song was gonna be a hit, and it just fucking flopped. I'm still bumping Kirk and the first Baby on Baby, but other than that, DaBaby, there's not much I could say to you, bro. 2019 was your year, man. 2019 was the fucking year for you. But, man, you are so far gone from that. And also the controversy that you've been involved with, the whole Rolling Loud, the homophobic shit that you've said. Yeah, that's just a bonus right there. And Elevation by Black Eyed Peas. The Black Eyed Peas may have dropped the worst album in the last 5 years, in my opinion. In the last 5 years, I think Elevation may have been the worst album I've heard. Probably. It's definitely up there. If it's not the worst, it's definitely up there. This is the most uttered piece of garbage attempt of making reggaeton music I've ever heard in my fucking life. And they thought they ate. You know why they thought they ate? Because they fucking thought Shakira was there to just save the day and just make this shit amazing. Make this shit amazing. The features that they have on this album. Shakira, that's number one. Anuel, Nicky Jam, Daddy Yankee, Ray Soul, David Guetta, Ozuna, El Alfa, Anita. All of them gave mediocre ass performances, but it's okay because the Black Eyed Peas did it worse. That's crazy. That's crazy to say, but Fergie actually made this group relevant and poppin'. And this is the same woman that sang the national anthem at the All-Star game just a couple years ago and was completely out of it. It was completely out of it. I mean, I don't know what the fuck she was on. That was one of the worst fucking singing attempts. Jesus, Fergie is just Fergie. She has her highs and her lows. But when she was with Black Eyed Peas, she was really on her shit. Aside from a couple of her songs, she was really on her shit. And she made bangers with y'all. Since she left, there is nothing that I could come back to Black Eyed Peas and be like, this is something that I can reminisce on. The beginning, the end. Those two albums was the end of everything. They had bangers on the end. I mean, boom, boom, boom. Overplayed, but whatever. I Got a Feeling. I fucking love that song so much. That is one of my favorite songs growing up as a child. I love that song. I don't remember when I heard it for the first time, but it had to be on the radio. It had to be at a family get together or whatever. But oh my god, I loved hearing that fucking song the first time I played it. I heard it. And the songs that they made, the albums that they made in the 2000s, bro. Ella Funk, Monkey Business. bro. They were the shit in the 2000s, man. They were the shit. And again, man, I'm not saying that Black Eyed Peas has to go back to form, but my God, this was just horrific, man. This was just fucking terrible, man. Just amazing. Just amazing how terrible it was. Damn, 21-13. God damn. Georgia is down 21-13. That's wild. All right. Let's get to the next segment. Yeah, so those were the worst / disappointing albums of the year. Best TV shows of 2022. Cobra Kai Season 4, Peacemaker Season 1, Stranger Things Season 4, The Boys Season 3, Wednesday Season 1, Atlanta Season 4, Hard Knocks, The Lions, because, big football guy here, Euphoria Season 2, Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 1, and Only Murders in the Building Season 2. So those were my 10 favorite shows of the year. Loved Cobra Kai, loved Peacemaker. That was going to be a big surprise for me. I didn't really think I was going to like Peacemaker from when I first saw the first episode, but it was a fucking hilarious show. Funny ass show. The Boys, oh my God, The Boys is amazing. Perfect humor. Fucking violent as a motherfucker, and it's just like, it's perfect. You know what I mean? Like, the superheroes are very interesting. Can you even say they're superheroes? Because they're like anti-heroes. You know what I mean? Homelander is like the greatest piece of shit human being ever. Like, he is the greatest anti-hero I've ever seen in my life. Like, that man is just perfect for memes, perfect to make you laugh, and perfect to absolutely fucking hate and love. Like, Homelander's just the shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He's the shit, and he's also a menace to society. And if was a real person, he should be locked up in jail, if not dead. You know what I mean? But that show was crazy. I love The Boys, man. Shout out to my cousin, because he put me onto that show. And I remember watching the first couple episodes of season 1 this year at midsummer. So I actually caught up watching the whole show during the summer. So, great. Jenna Ortega on Wednesday. God, every man in America should be simping for Jenna Ortega. Every 17 to 25-year-old man should be simping for Jenna Ortega. And I'm saying that because I think it just feels correct. You have to simp for her. You know what I mean? I obviously fall into that category. And obviously I could say I'm the biggest Jenna Ortega fan, and then 5 million of you guys come, no, I'm the biggest Munch. No, I'm the biggest Bird. Nah, it's me, bro. Nah, she's my wife. What are you talking about? But we know, Jenna Ortega hits. She's a fucking great actress. She's beautiful. She's funny. And I mean, Wednesday, she just does not give a fuck. You know what I mean? Her character, lying, never heard of it. She speaks her mind, but she's also not a cunt about it. She's super sweet and everything. I love her character. Beautiful show. Love it as well. Atlanta, great show. Euphoria had its ups and downs with this one, but it was alright. Cobra Kai, can't wait to see next year. But yeah, Stranger Things, also another great show. I've loved Stranger Things ever since the first episode came out. I remember watching the first episode at my cousin's house, the first episode of the first season, the day it came out, and my cousin was like, have you heard of Stranger Things? Do you know what Stranger Things is? And I'm like, no, what the fuck is that? It's a show that just came out, and we watched it because I had a sleepover at his house, and we watched like the first. I don't know if we finished the first season, but we watched majority of the first season. It was fucking incredible. God damn, it was amazing. It was fucking amazing. And it stayed consistent 4 seasons later, and it still stayed consistent. So, can't complain about Stranger Things. Best movies of 2022. I got Prey, which is like a spinoff of Predator. Great movie. Great animation. The horror. The fighting. The action is just great as well. Scream 5, surprisingly, was a great movie. Terrifier 2, terrifying as a motherfucker, but definitely a great movie. Black Adam, a great movie. Black Panther, phenomenal. I think Black Panther is probably like one of my favorites of the year for sure. Top Gun Maverick, another great movie. But I think the best movie for me probably is The Batman. Like, come on now. The Batman, it just hits, bro. The Batman is just a great fucking movie. It's just amazing as shit. I just love that. Just amazing. All right, I'm gonna have to move on a little bit quickly because I'm taking a little too long with this. All right, let's do best features. Best features of 2022. I don't know why I did this for a second. I don't know what's wrong with me. All right, we got J. Cole on Johnny P's Caddy. We got Jay-Z on God Did. Drake on Churchill Downs. Jack Harlow on Backstage Passes. MF Doom on Belize. Cardi B on Tomorrow 2. Big Sean on Go Off. Lil Wayne, Just in Time. Pusha T, Gold Rings on Gold Rings. 21 Savage, Thought That I Was Playing. Kanye West on City of Gods. Tyler the Creator on Cash In, Cash Out. Conway the Machine on Tyson versus Ali. And Kodak Black on Silent Hill. Those are my favorite features of 2022. And there's also a category there, so we'll get to that in a minute. 20 of the biggest overall moments of the year. Let's just kind of recap. Overall the year, what were the biggest moments? Beyonce dropping Renaissance. That was a huge moment. Drake dropping Honestly Nevermind. SZA dropping SOS. Kendrick dropping Mission Morale. JID dropping. Taylor Swift dropping Midnights. Bad Bunny fucking dominated 2022 and the fucking charts. Absolutely killed it. And he's still killing it. Argentina, Messi, they win the World Cup. He's officially now the GOAT in soccer. So, also, by the way, I didn't say this in the last episode, but because it was the day of, but what happened? But rest in peace to Pelé, man. He died, 82 years old. He had a bunch of, I heard he had cancer, and he was in the hospital. He was hospitalized for about a month. Majority of like the World Cup tournament going on, he was just hospitalized, and it wasn't getting better at all. And eventually, it got to him, man. So rest in peace, man, to fucking Pelé. But 82 years old, he lived a long life, and he's a fucking legend, man. I mean, I've seen the movies. I've seen him play when I was young. I've seen him play when I was younger. Obviously not, but 1,000 goals, one of the best soccer players of all time, if not the best. In the past, you think of football, you think of Pelé. A lot of people would do anything just to see Pelé play. People would skip work. People would fucking skip on their own wedding day or whatever. Or like on their wedding day, they're like, "You guys got a TV so we could watch Pelé game?" Or not the TV, because I don't think TV was a thing at the time. Radio, whatever. You have the radio so we can hear the announcements. We can hear the game. Like Pelé was the shit everywhere, worldwide, when he would play. So rest in peace to Pelé, man. The whole Megan and Tory Lanez trial. Eventually, Tory Lanez was found guilty of shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. It was such a drag of a fucking trial. But eventually Megan got her justice, period, per. Sorry, never doing that again. God damn it. Steve Lacy, he blew the fuck up this year with Bad Habits and Gemini Rights, and he absolutely took over. He's one of my favorite artists of the year this season. You know what? When I say this season, you know what I mean, okay? Of the year. And yeah, great album. Kanye West going absolutely fucking apeshit on every single thing that he gets appeared on. Every single podcast, every interview. Kanye is making his career vanish by the second, and has lost billions of dollars, and is now stuck somewhere. And he's been reportedly missing. Kanye needs to figure things out, man. But he has definitely not had a great year. Definitely has not had a great year, and it just sucks for me to say, but man. Brady unretires and then decides, nah, fuck them kids. I'm going to go back to playing football. And then proceeds to get a divorce later on into the season. And now he has no wife. But he still has his kids. Yo, yesterday I saw a picture of him and his son. Let me show you all the picture, guys. Look. Real quick, I'm going to spend 1 minute on this conversation, on this topic specifically. But, guys, look, I understand. Showing love and appreciation to your child. I get that. Obviously. Oh, my God. But come on, bro. Come on, man. Like... Come on, bro. Oh, fuck. Damn it, it's not in the group chat. I'm going to have to type this shit out on YouTube. What the fuck? Tom Brady kid photo. Yeah. Yeah, like, okay, so it's a picture of Tom Brady kissing his son on his neck at the pool. Whatever, they're just chilling. You know, Tom Brady showing to his fans, supporters on Instagram, yo, y'all think it's fuck them kids, but he said, I love this boy. And then just shows a picture of him kissing his son's neck. Love, appreciation. That's what parents need to give out to their children. I absolutely, of course, support that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the right thing to do. But don't you kind of find it weird that your 13-year-old son is like, just, kiss me on my neck, daddy. Thank you. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't give me, I don't know. I don't know. And I'm not going to like make, oh no, the son's gay. I'm not going to make those assumptions. I'm not going to assume the kid's sexuality, but, you know what I mean? It's a little cringy, bro. Like, come on. And especially for like the kid. He's like 13 or 12, man. He's not like a 5-year-old kid who's like, whatever. Like, what? I can't tell my dad, no, don't kiss me, dad. No. Ew. Like, no. But, oh, man. Like, he can't do that when he's, like, 18, bro. Like, how long does this go for? Like, you can't, bro. Does your father, let me be, like, you're watching this, and you're probably thinking, your dad will never kiss you like that. Does your dad even kiss you? Like, what the fuck? Like, it's probably your mom that mostly kisses you, right? Like, we're going to move on because that just kind of threw me off a little bit. But I had to mention that because such a huge moment this year. But no, back to Brady. I mean, he's still playing football. He has a game tomorrow. If he loses, though, he could say bye-bye to the playoffs. And Brady hasn't made the play. What was the last time he missed the playoffs? I think, was it the year that he was out for the whole year because he got injured? He tore his ACL. And then the following season, he, went undefeated and went to the Super Bowl. And then lost to the Eli Manning-less Jets. Yeah. Free YSL movement. Free Thug. It's not Free Gunna because he's already free. But Free Thug. Takeoff's death. This was horrible, man. I heard about the news on TikTok, which was kind of weird. But, man, like, over a fucking game, over like a little dice game, like, it's embarrassing, man. Rest in peace to Takeoff. Yeah. But that was a huge moment for him. For him this year, because eventually, he dropped that collab album with Quavo, and it was actually not that bad. At first, I thought it was alright, but it grew on me. It's a lot better. And then obviously, he gave me such an amazing feature on Feel the Fire off of the Metro album. Yeah, no. Takeoff before his death, you definitely will not be forgotten, for sure. Rest in peace to him, man. Stranger Things Season 4, the memes, the episodes, the content, the song, We Running Up the Hill went number 1 because of the show. Everything Stranger Things related when it came out was popping. The rise of Jenna Ortega. She still is like young and she still is rising. But I feel like this year she's taking a step up. Or 2 steps up. You know what I mean? Because last year, you just saw like, oh, she's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So next year, it's going to be even more of a rise for her. You know what I mean? She's fucking 20 years old. And she's killing it. She's fucking killing it. So I'm here for all Jenna Ortega related things. Okay? You know what? I'm gonna change it to my fucking wallpaper because I've had Aaliyah on my wallpaper for a good minute. But you know what? It's time to have my wallpaper simping for somebody else, and that's gonna be Jenna. And then eventually I'll just have to change it to something else. But anyways, let's talk about the Will Smith slap. Obviously, that happened so long ago, I kind of almost forgot about it. But you keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth, and that was on live TV, ladies and gentlemen. That was incredible. That was incredible. Bob Saget, his untimely death. Rest in peace to Bob Saget. Full House is the real show where it's at. Legend, a great father figure. Played a great father figure as a character on Full House, and obviously had a lot of classic moments as well. So rest in peace to him. Holy fucking fuck. The memes were everywhere. Adam Levine's Riz was captured and was revealed and was exposed. I think it's safe to say that maybe most of us do actually have better Riz than Adam Levine. You know what? That's crazy. You know what I mean? That makes me feel cool because I could say that I have better Riz than a fucking singer who was a part of Maroon 5, which is also Maroon 5, kind of like the Black Eyed Peas. They were the shit in the 2000s. Now suck dick. But either way, whatever. And this was pretty random, but I was just like, I just found it on some random website. And I remember Halloween, but I didn't remember the good costumes. I remember the shitty costumes. And I remember that fucking Heidi Klum wore this worm costume that was literally gave me the ick. Oh my god, it was fucking horrifying to look at. She dressed up as a fucking worm. This was not for a movie. This was for Halloween. This was not for a fucking movie. Or like a YouTube video or like whatever. This was just for a fucking party, bruh. Like, we got all these girls like trying to dress up as like Lola Bunny and like, you know, like, oh, I'm trying to be like this sexy little like, you know, sexy little angel or sexy little devil. And they got fucking Heidi Klum dressing up as a fucking worm, bruh. Like, what the fuck? No, thank you. No, thank you. I will definitely pass on that. Jesus Christ. That was fucking horrific. That was terrible. Alright, let's get into the top 50 songs of 2022. I'm just gonna speed run this shit, alright? So, I'm sorry. When we get to like the top 5, I'll talk about it, but whatever. I kinda need to take a break. I've just been speaking and speaking and speaking. I need to shut the hell up and take a big ass fucking breath. Alright. At number 50, I have La Fama. At number 49, I have Sacrifice. 48, Because. 47, Kill Streaks. 46, Potion. 45, Stick. 44, Ain't No Way. 43, Dreaming of the Past. 42, Puffin' on Zooties. 41, Nobody Gets Me. 40, Despecha. 39, Bank Account. Not 21's bank account, but Baby Keem's bank account. 38, Red Death. 37, Radar. 36, Bad Habit. 35, Come On, Let's Go. 34, Survivor's Guilt. 33, Read Your Mind. 32, Metro Spider. 31, Titi Me Preguntó. 30, Michael and Quincy. 29, Drill Music in Zion. 28, Less Than Zero. 27, 7:12 p.m. 26, X-Wing. 25, 90 Proof. 24, Price of Fame. 23, Dark Hearted. 22, Kill Bill. 21, System M. 20, Nonsense. 19, Diet Coke. 18, Churchill Downs. 17, Jimmy Cooks. 16, Enséñame a Bailar. Number 15, Virgo's Groove. Number 14, Can You Do Some For Me? Rich Flex. Number 13, Blind. Number 12, PG Baby. Number 11, Mercury. Number 10, 2000. Number 9, Father Time. Number 8, Johnny P's Caddy. Number 7, Brand New 911. Number 6, Feel the Fire. Number 5, Walkin'. Number 4, Middle of the Ocean. Number 3, The Heart Part 5. Number 2, Out of Time. And number 1, best song of 2022 is Cody Blue 31. The top 5, I love those songs so fucking much. I love all these songs, man. This was a great year for music. So I honestly feel like even from 50 to 1, it's not the biggest of gaps of enjoyment. Like La Fama, I don't think is better than Cody Blue 31, obviously, because that one's 50 and Cody Blue is at 1. But man, all of these are just so neck and neck. Like some of these are just random order because I just didn't know which songs I thought were better. Because a lot of these songs, it's bunch of rap, R&B, pop, a little bit of Spanish. You know what I mean? So like it's a little blend. So I just couldn't tell which one was better in some cases. But all these songs were amazing. All these songs, I thank all the artists who made all these songs because you guys are really the fucking shit. And I appreciated every single moment of it. But that was the top 50 songs of the year. Now let's get into the top 50 albums that I actually have it on my phone. So let me just go over that real quick. Alright, so at 50, I have Flawless Like Me by Lucky. Number 49, I have Feed the Streets 3 by Roddy Ricch. Number 48, I have The Live 2 by Armani Caesar. Number 47, I have Lucky Day with Candy Drip. Number 46, I have The Alchemist with Sandwich. And number 45, I have Intergalactic by Kid Cudi. Number 44, I have Lie to You by Giveon. Number 43, I have Conversations by Money Long. Number 42, I have Few Conversations by Saba. Number 41, I have DS Forever, Gunna. Number 40, Harry's House. Number 39, I Never Liked You. Number 38, Peace Fly God. Number 37, Only Built for Infinity Links. Number 36, Age, Sex, and Location. Number 35, Midnights. Number 34, Continuance. Number 33, Sorry for What. I forgot the title of the album, right? Sorry for What? I think that's what the title was. Yeah. 32, Heart on My Sleeve by LMA. 31, Herbert by Justin Herbert, obviously. No, by Absol. 30 by Ramona Park and Vince Staples. 29, Rome Street's Kiss the Ring. 28, No Thank You by Lil Sims. Number 27, Rosalia with Motomami. Number 26, I have FKA Twigs with Capri Songs. Or Capri Songs, not Capri Suns. I would like a Capri Sun now, but we only have water and Coke and beer. Anyways, 25, Simple IDK. 24, Beyonce with Renaissance. 23, Learn to Swim by Redville. 22, Love for Rent by Smino. Number 21, I have 10 by Westside Gun. Now we're in the top 20, motherfuckers. And number 20, I have Drill Music in Zion by Lupe Fiasco. And number 19, I have 2000 by Joey Badass. And number 18, I have Cheat Codes by Danger Mouse. Number 17, I have Logic with Vinyl Days. Number 16, I have It's Almost Dry by Pusha T. And number 15, I have Sabrina Carpenter with Emails I Can't Send. I almost forgot the fucking title of the album. God damn it. Number 14, Conway the Machine with God Don't Make Mistakes. Number 13, Wasteland by Brent Faiyaz. Number 12, Gemini Rights by Steve Lacy. Number 11, I have Tana Talk 4 by Benny the Butcher. Now we're in the top 10. And this is where it gets amazing. At number 10, Sold So Separately, Freddie Gibbs. At number 9, Un Verano Sin Ti, Bad Bunny. Number 8, SOS by SZA. I Just Killed My Ex. Not the best idea. At number 7, I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Whatever. At number 7, Heroes vs. Villains, Metro Boomin. Number 6, King's Disease 3. At number 5, Her Loss by Drake and 21 Savage. At number 4, Dawn FM by The Weeknd. Number 3, Mel Maya, See Your Future by Denzel Curry. Number 2, Mr. Morale, The Big Steppers by Kendrick Lamar. And then at number 1, album of the motherfucking year, The Forever Story by JID. I love all these albums. All these albums, I love it. I appreciate all of them. From 1 to 36, 7, love them. I would get them on my wall. I'm trying to get them on my wall. Love it, 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 love it. Beautiful. Great year for music. Insane. But that's it. Now let's get into these fucking categories. We're 70 minutes recording. And I have a bunch of shit to go through. God damn. Oh boy. Alright, I'm gonna have to speed run this bitch. You know what? I'm gonna give myself maybe another half an hour to record. Let me check the fucking date. 21 to 21. Alright. It's almost entering halftime. Let's get straight into it. So this is the second part of the awards. So all of these categories, they actually have 5 nominees for each category. So I'm just gonna pick one, and I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna circle the winner. I'm not gonna write it down because if I write down the winner, it just takes more fucking time. All right, first one that I got, best TikTok song. Interesting. So the nominees for best TikTok song, I got "I Just Wanna Rock" by Lil Uzi, "Why Not" by Lucky, "No Stylist" by Destroy Lonely, "Poland" by Lil Yachty, and "Out the Way" by Yeet. I just wanna rock. Body yada yada. That's probably gonna take the cake for me, man. I Just Wanna Rock, best TikTok song. I fuck with it, man. To be honest with you, at first, I remember at first, I saw the comment section when Uzi dropped the song. Oh, the I Just Wanna Rock, it just came out. Everybody was just shitting on it. Like, everybody just was like, what the fuck is this? But like, this shit's ass. Like, this and that. Like, oh my god, what the fuck? I want the old Uzi back. Oh, what the fuck? I don't care. This shit bangs. So, they can go fuck themselves. And, I don't know. I think all the other songs were cool, though. And Poland was like a big meme as well. I took the walk to Poland. I get it. You know what I mean? But I just want to rock. You know what I mean? And the dance moves. God damn, Uzi can fucking dance. It just makes it better. It's like the Footso Shuffle of this year, pretty much. Next category, we got Best New Artist in 2022. So there's a difference of in 2022 and of 2022. Best New Artists in 2022 are artists that I heard for the first time this year that are not new artists. Well, Steve Lacy, you can consider maybe he's a new artist, but he's been making music for like, what, 5 years at this point? But I heard all of his music this year and got into it and everything. And all these other artists as well. Even though some of these artists are definitely not making music to this day. At number one. First I got Aaliyah. Then we got Mary J. Blige. Then we got Joyce Rice, who I found out off of Kaytranada, a produced song that she got from Kaytranada, Ice-T. I was like scrolling on New Music Friday, and I was like, what is this? Ice-T, Kaytranada, whatever, check it out. Boom, boom, boom. I was like, ooh, she sings nicely. She sings really fucking nicely. I don't know why I stopped there. Like, I was going to say something else. But she sings very nice. She has a great voice. And I checked her other shit out, and she has an album. And she dropped it, like, what, last year? Great album. Really enjoyed that one as well. And she dropped a little EP with the song Ice-T in it, Motive, with 5 other songs. Good EP. TLC, I know they're a classic R&B group, but I really didn't get into them until this year. And I could see why they were fucking iconic. And then Steve Lacy. But for Best New Artist in 2022, for me, I have to give it to Aaliyah. Look, guys. I discovered Aaliyah. I've known Aaliyah, like her name and brand, for like a while. for maybe like a year almost, like maybe 2020, late 2020, around there, because you hear a lot of you hear a lot of rappers referencing her on songs, and obviously Drake is like the biggest fan of Aaliyah. You seen him, talk about Aaliyah, reference her, sampled her. You know what I mean? So he has this whole fucking obsession with her, and so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to check her shit out. Like, all right, like Aaliyah is like the girl to every fucking rapper, especially to like Drake and shit. Like that's one of Drake's biggest like idols in music. Aaliyah, shit, she must be fire. Holy shit. I fucking love her music, man. And within like the last 6 months, I've heard so much Aaliyah music. I've heard One in a Million. I've heard the self-titled album. I've heard Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. All the other singles and features that she was in. She obviously doesn't have such a lengthy discography, obviously because of her untimely passing. Rest in peace to Aaliyah, man. Just so tragic what happened. But man, her fucking music lives on, and I absolutely love it. She has a great voice. I love how smooth it is. She's like the perfect, like, blend of R&B and like rap as well. Timbaland, bro. Fuck R. Kelly because he was a big part of her first album. But Timbaland on One in a Million and the self-titled album, bro, he made her sound fucking incredible. That production was amazing and just made her sound great. Missy Elliott also helped her write a lot of her songs and shit. Like, shout out to Missy. Shout out to Timbaland, bro, because they helped Aaliyah out with her fucking career so well. And obviously, if it wasn't for her death, bro, she would have been, again, like, a lot of people would have said, like, if Aaliyah, a lot of people say to this day, conspiracy theory or, like, their belief, well, like, Beyonce is Beyonce because Beyonce has just been doing it for a while. But if Aaliyah was still alive, she would be like a Beyonce. Just one of the biggest artists ever. Hella fucking Grammys. Hell, one of the most successful musicians ever. And that could have been the case, right? But even with that not would have happened, holy shit, her music lives on. I even bought 2 fucking shirts. I have 2 shirts of her. I bought it like a couple weeks ago. I was like at the mall shopping. I was like looking for shoes and hoodies and shit, and then I was like, oh my god, they have Aaliyah shirts, and there was like 2 for $25, and I'm like, that is an absolute fucking steal. So I took them bitches, and I have 2 Aaliyah shirts now, and I'm gonna get all the other rest of the albums on the wall and everything. Big fan of Aaliyah, big fan. And she's also my wallpaper now. She's my wallpaper right now. So I'm sorry, Aaliyah. I'll probably have to change it a little bit because Jenna right now, she hasn't been on my wallpaper yet. But Aaliyah has been on my wallpaper for maybe the whole month of December so far. And I always change my wallpaper, like almost every fucking week. But I've had it for a month because I fuck with Aaliyah that much. So, yeah. So now y'all know why I'm such of a big fucking fan of Aaliyah. I also simp for her. I think she's fucking amazing. Alright, but next category, we got Best New Artist of 2022. So these are the best new artists entering 2022. First, I got Yeet, Doechii, Redville, Destroy Lonely, and Lucky. I think Redville has so much potential. To be honest with you, I think Redville this year dropped one of the best albums of the year. And the production, him producing his own shit, has really felt for it very well. He's been having a great year so far. He's had a great year overall, my bad. And he's just been killing it. You know what I mean? And he's only getting started. He's like, 18, 19 years old? He's just getting started, man. Next. Shit, I'm getting a little sweaty here. Best R&B song, we got Virgo's Groove, Hours and Hours, Mercury, Kill Bill, or Bad Habit. This is tough for me. I'm going to eliminate Kill Bill, Hours and Hours, Bad Habit, and it's honestly between Mercury or Virgo's Groove. Give me Virgo's Groove. I really liked that song. That's my favorite song off of Beyonce's new album, off of Renaissance. I really love it. Grew on me. That album definitely grew on me a lot. But I think for best R&B song, I'll have to give it to I have to give it to Virgo's Groove. Really, really love that one. Oh, let me show you the other ones. I didn't show you the other ones, right? Best New Artist of 2022. And then Best New Artist in 2022 right over here. So y'all can see it. I just circled them bitches. And then that's that. Alright, let's get to the rest of these, man. Shit, I gotta hurry up. Best Pop Song. We got Nonsense, Out of Time, Read Your Mind, Sacrifice, and Potion. For me, I think it's Out of Time. I think Out of Time was phenomenal, and it's my second favorite song of the year, so it only makes sense why I would have it. But here it is, Best Pop Song, Out of Time, right there, of 2022. Love it. Oh, well, let's get to the other categories. Never mind. Hold on, let's get to the other categories. Best Spanish Song. I have Enséñame a Bailar, Titi Me Preguntó, Despecha, La Fama, y Rumbatón. Why'd I say it like a no sabo kid? Rumbatón. That's how you say it with the spice. What the fuck is wrong with me, man? Jesus, get it together, bro. Best Spanish song on here. For me, I might pick either Enséñame a Bailar or Despecha. Despecha's a banger by Rosalia. I love that song. That was a perfect summer song. One of my favorite songs of the summer. I'll definitely remember that song for sure. And one of the best on Motomami. It's just a banger. Enséñame a Bailar. You know what? I'll give it to Despecha. I honestly could have put Enséñame a Bailar because that's my favorite song off of Un Verano Sin Ti. And I have Un Verano Sin Ti higher above Motomami by like a couple, or by a handful, not really a couple, by a handful of spots up. But Despecha, I think, just overall, it's just fucking incredible. I love that song a lot. It's just a great vibe for me. So did I show it to y'all? I just can't forget to show it to y'all. So best Spanish song is Despecha by Rosalia, the Motomami. Alright, best sampled song. We have Out of Time, Feel the Fire, The Heart Part 5, Walkin', or Brand New 911. This is tough because samples obviously make a song 5 million times better. And a lot of these songs were sampled so well, I just can't really pick. I love Feel the Fire. I think that song was sampled amazingly. The Heart Part 5 as well. I think for me, maybe Walkin'. I think Walkin' is the best sampled overall. The it just so fitting, and then the pattern, the drum pattern towards the end, and then the switch. Yeah, it just sounds great. I think there's better songs here, in my opinion, than what was that? Than Walkin', but I think the best use of the sample was definitely on Walkin'. It just was beautiful. Oh shit. Like, that song is just so fucking gorgeous. Like, it's amazing. Voice crack. Jesus Christ. Alright. Best music video. We got Just Wanna Rock, The Heart Part 5, Out of Time, Walkin', or That's My Bitch. I gotta give it to That's My Bitch. I mean, the visual, A$AP Rocky has to win it like every fucking year. That man's music videos and the visuals are fucking insane. I want to know how much Rocky pays for those fucking music videos, because that is some movie animation right there. That's some serious movie animation type of visuals that this man gives us in his fucking music videos. You know what I mean? And That's My Bitch. I think it's I didn't really like the song that much, but god damn. Bro, honestly, just the video itself just makes you like it so much more. It's just insane, right? It's insane, but it's such a beautiful, just switches and shit. It's just great. All right, best producer of the year. We got Metro Boomin, we got Hit Boy, K Tronada, The Alchemist, and Noah 40. To be honest with you, man, I think I might have to give it to The Alchemist. The Alchemist produced on Conway's album, produced on Benny's album, produced on his own album, produced on Currency's album, which was a collab of his album as well. He works so well with Griselda. He's worked with so well with other underground or more like less mainstream artists. Hit Boy was really just particularly King's Disease 3, but that still was a great phenomenal album. Metro Booming, obviously, on his own album was amazing. Noah 40 on Her Loss also did his thing. But, man, The Alchemist really steps up with his production. And every year, I think he just steps it up even more. It just gets better and better, man. Just has some of the craziest beats ever. So, yeah, for Best Producer, I have The Alchemist. It's just great. Just amazing. All right, Best Collaboration. I have Feel the Fire, Savior, The Highs and the Lows, Breath Control, and Brand New 911. Feel the Fire. Okay, look, they sound like they have great chemistry, but then again, I don't know. But then again, sometimes you can't really feel how well you would. Breath Control, Savior. Oh, man. Brand New 911. Honestly, you know what? I'm going to probably give it to Brand New 911. I don't know. I think Joey and West Side Gun, that's like the perfect beat that they can rap on. And they just both fucking killed it, like, perfectly. You know what I mean? Feel the Fire, obviously, fucking A$AP Rocky killed it and Takeoff killed it. But something kind of feels like maybe did they work on it together in the studio? Or does it kind of feel like it has the same kind of compatibility with West Side and stuff? Maybe with Savior, it could also work because Kendrick and Baby Keem, they've worked music together. So obviously they're together working on this shit. So it's safe to say Savior can win it just because of that. Because they literally do work together. Because they're fucking cousins and shit. But I don't know, Brand New 911, I think maybe that's a song that maybe just fits better with it. I don't know. This one's kind of tough. Honestly, any of them can win it. But I think this one will take the cake. I could regret that. I don't know. We'll have to see. But you know what? We'll see. Best hit song. All right. Best hit song. We got N95. We got Jimmy Cooks. We got 7:12 p.m. We got Rich Flex. And we got Bad Habit. Best hit song for me has to be probably Bad Habit, man. Bad Habit's such a great song, man. I think it's such a beautiful song. The album just fits perfectly with it. Jimmy Cooks was my most streamed song of the year. It was the song that I bumped so much when Honestly Nevermind came out because I wanted to enjoy the album. Never mind, they were just replaying the Michigan TCU game. And it was just such a great album to enjoy. Like, it was just phenomenal. Like, there's nothing much to say there. Bad Habit was just incredible. Really rock with it. Really rock with it as well. Yeah, Bad Habit will take it for me. Bad Habit will take it for me. Once I mark that shit down, Bad Habit will take it. So that will be the best hit song of the year. Best movie: Scream 5, The Batman, Black Panther 2, Terrifier 2, or Top Gun Maverick. Easy. Give me The Batman. I love all these other movies, but The Batman, I remember watching it with my friend in theaters. 3 hours in that bitch, but goddamn, I was comfortable as hell. But towards the end, I had to fuck it. I had to like pee so badly. But again, we're towards the end of the movie. I'm not missing out on the end of the movie. So I had to hold my piss for like maybe 15 minutes. You know what I mean? Almost 20 minutes. But it's okay because I pissed and I didn't piss myself. So that's fine. Best TV show: Cobra Kai Season 4, Peacemaker Season 1, The Boys Season 3, Only Murders in the Building Season 2, or Stranger Things Season 4. This is tough, man. I love all 5 of these shows. Man. Ooh. I'm not going to put Peacemaker. I'm not going to put Cobra Kai. I'm not going to put Only Murders in the Building. I think it's going to be The Boys or Stranger Things. Damn, bro. You know what? I'll pick Stranger Things. Stranger Things just stays so consistent. And it gets so interesting. And it's just a lot of fun. Like, Stranger Things is just a very comforting show, even if the show itself is obviously not comforting at all. You know what I mean? It's not like a Friends or whatever, but, like, it's very entertaining. It's funny. It's, you have characters that, like, there's a lot of likable characters. There's also a lot of characters you're like, no, like and the villain arc is also very interesting. Like the whole like this season with Vecna and everything. Like he was an interesting villain. He wasn't just some boring ass motherfucker that just was like whatever. Like he actually presented himself well, and he showed something like different, compared to other villains that were on the other seasons of the show. Disappointing album. Honestly, never mind. It's Only Me, Funkway Volumes 2, From a Bird's Eye View, or Hold the Girl. Probably I might give it to Honestly Never Mind, just because, again, Drake album dropping. I got like a 6 or 7 hour notice beforehand. And I'm like, oh my god. But then again, I wasn't like, Drake wasn't the number one artist that I was expecting to drop in 2020, in 2022. I guess maybe I'm going to have to say Lil Baby. It's Only Me. Because, again, Lil Baby coming from My Turn, the voice of the heroes, and he's one of the biggest rappers in the world right now. And he just gives me an album that's just mediocre as shit. Like, it's just nothing enjoyable about it. Like, I have to say that one's probably the take for me. It's Only Me. It just wasn't that enjoyable to me. Like, it just I don't come back to it at all. Best intro song. We got Johnny P's Caddy, United in Grief, Rich Flex, Melt Session 1, and Radar. Give me Give me Johnny P's Caddy. Love that single. I love United in Grief as well, but Johnny P's Caddy, best feature verse of the year. J. Cole murdered that fucking song. But Benny did his best too. Benny did amazing on that song too. So, and the production, amazing. Best outro song: Mirror, 2007, The Ills, Decoded, or God Don't Make Mistakes. 2007 with like the 700 million beat switches, amazing. Mirror, man, I have to go with Mirror. Mirror, I heard that song and I was like, yo, that shit hits so deep. Like, Mirror is one of the most relatable songs of the whole year. It's such a beautiful way to end off Mission Morale and the Big Steppers. I'm like, for sure it has to be up there. It's one of my favorite songs of the year as well. I mean, it's not, I don't think it was in the top 50 because out of replay value and out of other songs I wanted to include on Mission Morale, it wasn't there, but this was easily up there as like one of my favorites of the year, and just really, really enjoyed that one for sure, man. Best non-2022 album. So obviously albums that didn't come out this year but came out in other years, but I heard it for the first time this year. You get it? Okay, cool. We got Aaliyah, we got One in a Million, we got Amor Prohibido, Crazy Sexy Cool, and Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. It's honestly really between a tie between Aaliyah and One in a Million. I really love Crazy Sexy Cool. That was a great TLC record, but Aaliyah's definitely taking this one. But I don't know if it's giving to One in a Million or Aaliyah. I really like those two idols right there, man. The self-titled Aaliyah and One in a Million. Like I can't pick. Those two albums are fucking awesome. I love both of them, man. There's no skips on either of those albums, man. Oh man. Shit. Give me One in a Million, I guess. I don't know. One in a Million? Give me One in a Million. I love that song. I love the album. But damn, the self-titled could have easily won it. But you know what? Aaliyah, you have my heart, so it doesn't matter. You win everything for me. Alright, best non-rap album of 2022. We got Don FM, SOS, Gemini Rights, Wasteland, and Un Verano Sin Ti. I'm going to eliminate SOS. I'm going to eliminate Wasteland. It's between Don FM, Gemini Rights, or Un Verano Sin Ti. Man, that's tough, man. Don FM, I actually have it on vinyl if I could show it to y'all. That was actually one of my Christmas presents of the year. I actually got a vinyl player. It's right there. It's in that, that little briefcase. That's the fucking player, the vinyl player that I have, and then I got the vinyl for Don FM. Out of Time. Listening to Out of Time, again, my second favorite song of the year, on fucking vinyl was insane. Like, that shit was amazing. Amazing. Thank you, Auntie, once again for giving me that fucking vinyl player and those two vinyls. I got obviously Don FM and I also got GKMC. But obviously GKMC, so I've heard that shit 5 million times. But hearing on a vinyl once again was another great experience. But back to best non-rap album, man. Gemini Rights was good, but maybe Don FM is up there, man. You know what? I'll give it to Don FM, man. Don FM was a great experience of an album. Literally came out the first week of the year. Like, that's what's that, like, 2002 hit, Gunna The Weeknd. Boom! Here, 2 straight fucking big albums of the year. And at a time since January 7th, that's when the album came out, I've been obsessed with the whole fucking song. It's been almost a year since the album's come out. Next week, it turns a year old. This fucking album in 1 week turned a year old. Oh shit, this is falling out. Like, holy shit. Like, it's crazy that I've been listening to At a Time and the whole album for almost a year exactly. So yeah, Don FM will win best non-rap album in my opinion. Alright, how many do we have left, man? We have a couple more, right? We have 3, 6, 7. Okay, we have 7 more to go. And then we'll wrap things up. Best beat. Feel the Fire, Brand New 911, X-Wing, Middle of the Ocean, and N95. This is fucking impossible, man. Why did I do this to myself? Ooh, man. Best beat? I'm going to take out X-Wing. I'm going to take out N95. I'm going to take out Middle of the Ocean. I'm putting Brand New 911, Feel the Fire. Feel the Fire. Feel the Fire. I'm sorry. I love that beat so fucking much. My intrusive thoughts came into that moment. I don't know why I did that. I formally apologize for that. I'm hungry as shit. I'm kind of losing brain cells. That kind of happens when I'm hungry. I don't get hangry. I just kind of start losing like my sixth sense or whatever, and I just start like losing brain cells, and I start like talking weird and shit. So don't mind me. But anyways, best beat, I'd probably have to give it to Feel the Fire, man. Just like, oh man, it's tough though. Again, Brand New 911, X-Wing, N95, Middle of the Ocean, they all work well, but I think Feel the Fire just takes the fucking cake for me, man. Takes the cake for me. Best feature, J. Cole on Johnny P's Caddy, Jay-Z on God Did, Drake on Churchill Downs, MF Doom on Belize, and Tyler the Creator in Cash In, Cash Out. I mean, I already fucking spoiled it for y'all. Obviously, it's J. Cole on Johnny P's Caddy. I mean, that was fucking gorgeous itself. Like, it was beautiful. So, of course, best feature of the year. And it came out in January. The song, it was a single, and it came out in January, and the album didn't come out until March. And it's still no other feature would have been like, could have compete with fucking J. Cole on that verse. But it's crazy. It's wild to me that nobody was able to stop them. Alright, now let's get, we're there to almost to the end. Final 5 categories. Let's get into the worst album. Let's get into the worst album first. Worst album of the year. Baby on Baby 2, Drillmatic, Come Home, The Kids Miss You, Elevation, or Demons Protected by Angels. Give me Elevation by the Black Eyed Peas. What an absolute shit show. What an absolute disgrace to music this album is. The entire album is terrible. The production is mid to shit. The features did their thing, but not like they did their best. Like, the only thing that it's okay at best is the Don't You Worry about a thing. The fucking, Shakira trying to do that Bob Marley hook. Okay. Everything else is ass, though. Everything is shit. Everything is shit. Everything is shit. Everything is shit. Fuck, man. Fuck. Alright, worst song of the year. Community Dick. Mona Lisa, Go, Movie Star, and Sneaky Link Anthem. We're gonna eliminate Mona Lisa because it's not. It's terrible, but it's not as bad as the other ones. Goat, just because it has Biggie's name, even though it's not Biggie's song, I don't claim it to be Biggie's song. I'm not gonna put it as the worst song of the year. Community Dick is, oh my god, that shit is up there. Movie Star is terrible, but I think Sneaky Link Anthem and Community Dick. Like I was excited to hear a Ray Shremmerd album, like the fourth installment of Shrem Life. Not anymore after I heard Community Dick. And the album is not out or anything, but I don't want a Ray Shremmerd album anymore. I'm good. I'll just listen to the second and third one. That's it. Sometimes the first one. I don't even be bumping the first one like that, but whatever. This was a disaster. What the fuck was this? You know what? Give me Sneaky Link Anthem. Give me Sneaky motherfucking Link Anthem to win it. Sneaky Link Anthem. Boom. Worst song of 2022. Alright. Best song of 2022. Let's get straight to it. Out of Time, Walkin', Cody Blue 31, Middle of the Ocean, or The Heart Part 5. We're going to eliminate Middle of the Ocean. We're going to eliminate The Heart Part 5. We're going to eliminate Walkin'. And we're going to have Out of Time and Cody Blue 31. And if you remembered, Cody Blue 31 was my favorite song of the year. So obviously, it is going to be best song of 2022. I love Out of Time. I definitely played Out of Time more than I played Cody Blue 31. But JID singing, his rapping, swang on, swang on. I'm not going to sing because I'm not going to try to embarrass myself. When I first heard that song, I was just like, I was just like I was making so many faces in 1 second and like too many. Like I enjoyed listening to the old album, but when I heard Cody Blue 31, I was like, this is probably JID's best song. I'll be real with you, man. Cody Blue 31 is JID's best song. Like, it is such a fantastic listen. He pulls that melodic side, but also kills it with the rapping. He sounds amazing with it, and it doesn't sound very. It's a natural melodic. It's not like just like auto tune. He's singing, and he sounds great. He sounds amazing. And then the background vocals from the other people, it just makes it so much better. I'm telling you, man, this album was incredible, but this song specifically, it's just the peak of the fucking absolute peak of the fucking album. This song is amazing. I love it. I'll be bumping this shit for the rest of my life. Thank you very much. Best album of the year. Melt My Eyes, See Your Future, Don FM. Mr. L and the Big Steppers, Her Loss, or The Forever Story. Get Melt My Eyes, See Your Future out of here. Get Mr. Morale out of here. Get Her Loss out of here. Get Don FM out of here, because the album of the year, if you didn't forget, is The Forever Story by JID. JID, however the hell you say his name. The Forever Story is the best album of the year. Let me look at the track list once again in order and say exactly how I feel about every single song. Every single song. Every single song. Every single song. Did I say every single song? My bad. Galaxy. It's like this little short intro, so not much going on, but it's a good song for what it is. Radar. Banger. Banger. Amazing. Great. Dance Now. Great fucking single. Crack Sandwich, amazing. Can't Punk Me, banger. Surround Sound, banger. Cody Blue 31. It's Cody Blue 31 and Jesus Christ. That's where it's at. Brother Them, amazing. Sister Them, amazing. Can't Make You Change Me, or Can't Make You Change. Great song. Stars, beautiful. Just in Time, banger. Money, banger. Better Days, well, not banger. Fire. Louder 2, banger. 2007, banger, beautiful and amazing. Oh my god, this album is just phenomenal. 16 tracks, 66 minutes of listening to this album, and it just feels amazing, man. I was bumping this album. This is the album that I'm going to remember bumping during my first semester of college. You know, my first semester, my first year of college. That's 50 years or whatever, 20, 30 years from now, me reminiscing my college years. Oh, I remember listening to The Forever Story by J.I.D. I was bumping that album a lot when I was a freshman in college. I remember I was taking those that first exams and the first midterms and seeing my classmates for the first time and meeting my old friends from high school. Yeah, I was bumping a lot of Cody Blue 31, a lot of Stars. Like, you know what I mean? I just will not forget that at all. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we get to the last category of the award show, the 2022 Rap MVP. MVP. This shit just died. Hello? MVP. Oh, it just turned on. MVP. Pushing P. All right. Let's get straight to it. J. Cole. Not on here. Why did I just say that? J.I.D., Denzel Curry, Drake, Nas, Kendrick Lamar. Get Denzel Curry out of here. Get Drake out of here. Because he dropped one amazing album. One not amazing. Dropped the great album, but then dropped the disappointing album. Nas, fantastic, but no. Kendrick and J.I.D., those two motherfuckers are fighting for... Those were the two best... Mission Around the Big Steppers, the second best album of the year. And then The Forever Story was the best album of the year. So for obvious reasons, MVP has to go to Kendrick Lamar or J.I.D. And a lot of people would probably say J.I.D., right? It makes sense. He has your best song of the year and best album. So it probably is going to go to J.I.D. And you're absolutely fucking correct. It's going to go to J.I.D. I mean, J.I.D. just took the fucking game and demolished it. Kendrick Lamar, I love you, bro. I fucking love you. And Mr. Around the Big Steppers. Look, let me tell you a story about Mr. Around the Big Steppers. That came out on prom night. I was wearing this. This is, by the way, this is my prom suit. I haven't wore this since prom. So this is beautiful. This piece of clothing that I'm wearing right now is the same thing that I was wearing when I first heard Mr. Around the Big Steppers. Getting ready to go to prom that night. And the day before, I had school and I got into a car accident. Nothing happened. You know, me and my dad, only two people there driving. I was driving. Whatever. We're fine. Nothing happened. But obviously when you get to a car accident, you start overthinking. You start, you ruins your mood. Oh my God, tomorrow's prom. And then, oh my God. Hearing this album made me feel a lot better and made me kind of forget about it. You know what I mean? And prom just was a lot better. Coming to prom, going with the bros to prom, already hearing the album, and then going back, the next day, Saturday, listening to the album once again. I love Mr. Around the Big Steppers. It's an amazing album. And even though I didn't give it album of the year, it is literally better than almost any album that's dropped in the decade so far. And Kendrick came back. After 5 years of not dropping an album, he finally came back. And you may think I would have just given him the number one spot. But J.I.D. really gave all of it in this fucking album. Some of J.I.D.'s best songs, if not majority of his best songs, are on The Forever Story. And freshman year of high school, I was bumping The Never Story. I was bumping DiCaprio 2. I have them on the wall on the opposite side of me. Like, it is a great listen. Both of those albums. The Forever Story and Mission Morale. At this point, it's 1A and 1B. I put Mr. Morale at number 2, but at this point, now that I'm thinking about it, it's just going to be 1A and 1B. Whatever. Those two are amazing albums, and those I will never forget. 2022, the two albums that I will always remember are those two albums. I can forget every other album, but those are the two albums I'm just not going to forget because it's created memories. Prom, The Accident, me listening to it wearing this, listening to it with some of my friends. I have great experiences listening to this album. But that's it. Those are all the awards. I've been recording for almost 2 hours. We're at 150 minutes right now. That's fucking crazy. Anyways, what time is it? It is 10:29 p.m. Eastern Time. We are about an hour and a half from New Year's hitting. We're 1 hour and a half away from 2023. And I just wanted to say thank you guys so much. 2023. What can I say? This year, 2022, has been a great year for me. A lot of great experiences. A lot of journeys. And obviously a lot of growth. And just me becoming an adult every, day. I still feel a little weird saying that I'm an adult. That I'm 19 years old. And I'm going to turn 20 years old next year. In October. But a lot has happened this year that I can't forget. And that I won't forget. And next year is just going to be another year of just, keeping that same mentality. Always working hard. Going for your dreams. Of course, I'm going to continue doing well in school. I'm going to start my second semester. Plan ahead of what, my career is going to look like. What I'm going to be doing. Start getting a job because your boy is jobless right now, you know what I mean? But I'll be working on that. And there's a bunch of other little things in between that I'm not thinking about right now that I'll make a list of. I haven't said like any New Year resolutions, but those are kind of like the most... I'll probably come up with it tomorrow. If not, you know what? I'll probably do an episode tomorrow. I got it. I'm going to do anticipated albums and anticipated movies of 2023 for the first episode of 2023. And I'll also probably be including my New Year's resolutions and stuff like that. So that's for tomorrow's episode. But that's it, man. Hope you guys enjoyed this. This is a movie long episode right here of you watching football in the background and hearing my annoying ass just reading a bunch of index cards and giving out all my opinions on music, sports, etc., etc. We went off topic a couple times, but you know what? I am hungry as shit. I'm going to eat something before I starve myself to death. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. I really appreciate it. We're just going to keep growing. I'm going to keep growing for this podcast next year. Next year will be year 3 of the podcast. That's wild. Year 4, actually. No, I started in 2020. This is year 3. We're about to enter year 4 of the podcast. That's insane to me. Of course, I am going to be, I started video episodes this year. It wasn't until this summer where you finally see my face. It was 2.5, almost 3 years of just doing audio podcasts. And now you see my dumbass face on Spotify. So that's a step up, right? But obviously, I'm going to be stepping up the... My bad. I'm going to be stepping up the content a lot more. Football, sports, music, other topics. I'm going to have other people join in the podcast. And I'm going to be starting YouTube very, 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 very soon. I have a couple of ideas of what I'm going to do for the YouTube channel and how I'm going to promote this episode and everything. But I will definitely be doing that shit very, very soon. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single one of you guys watching this or whatever. Enjoy it, man. Happy holidays. Happy New Year's. Maybe it's already 2023. Maybe it's already 2023 if you're in China. If you're in Europe right now, because it's obviously like 5, 6 a.m. or whatever. But man, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your nights. And I'm out. Take care and peace out, my friends.